Alright guys, my plan of careful, controlled went out the window. So I'm just cutting the bulk of it out. I'm still gonna have to go around the edges and figure out kind of what I need, what I don't. You know, for instance, these interior, well, I guess they're kind of a bit of a frame. I believe these are gonna have to come out. And one thing I wanted to point out is, and originally I wasn't going to when I was going to restore this car, I wasn't going to pull the floor pans. And I want to show the stuff that's missed unless you take everything apart. I mean, this is just completely full of dirt, which means rust. You can see the rust here pulling away. Up here where this color is actually paper thin. I could probably shove a screwdriver through that. So I would have restored the car had I left the floor pans in, that is. And then you never see that. So I'm gonna get this other little section out and just kind of pick at it slowly. I just want to get the floors out so I can see what I'm working with. Alright guys, I gotta show you my new canvas shop here. I don't have a shop, so I bought a shop. This thing I think was 400 and some bucks, Home Depot. It is 12 foot by 20, and it does have sides, a back, a front. I just, with the nice weather, don't really want it on. So I had a long-winded video, but I was like, it's just a bunch of talking, so I deleted it. Thought I'd just show my progress. I really don't want to, these aren't how-to videos. I am merely working on getting this sucker stripped down. Trunk pan, gone. Trunk lid, gone. Roof, gone. Most of the floor pan, gone. And this is where I'm going to slow up a bit. It is almost impossible for me to figure out what needs to stay and what needs to go. I have a feeling, let me get in here close and personal. I have a feeling that these part of which are structural, these are going to have to eventually go bye-bye. But if I remove them now, the car will fold. I could brace the car and all that kind of crap, but it's really not needed. I just leave them there. Same with these torsion bars. All this has got to stay for the time being. So I'm just taking the bulk of it. This firewall probably has to go bye-bye, but I'm not really sure exactly how much of it. So I think, to be safe, I'm just going to randomly see if I can get back far enough away. That's my problem, holding my phone. Maybe if I do it this way. Yeah, that's better. So I think I'm just going to randomly kind of maybe cut up to there, go along, maybe down that low, and just get the bulk of that out. Because some of it I might have to use, or it might all have to go. I can get that steering wheel bracket off. That can go flipping around, looking that way. This is a structural brace. So at least for the time being, moving the car around, I want to leave it. It does have to go bye-bye. I need to drill, well, those are actually less of tacks and more of welding, but I need to pop those loose. And I'm just going to kind of randomly cut out maybe this section of floor pan. Leave the structure here for now. And leave the tower structure up there for now. Tray package up there stays. Then guys, my game plan is, that's about as stripped down as I'm going to take this car at this point. I can go ahead, this is off of another Charger. Mine was rusted clear into here. That's why I've chosen to cut it how I did. I know it has a factory joint up here that I could have just replaced that part that was rusted out, but on my charger, this was all kind of rusted in this area too. So I can take some time to attach that, finesse it in there and get it all tacked in. My dilemma is, at some point all frame rails have to come out. But I also need to be able to move this car around for right now. So my plan is, I'm going to strip this down as far as I want to take it. Then I'm going to push it out of my way, and I'm going to drive that charger and put it in that spot right there. Then I'm going to park that charger right behind the new charger. Once I do that, then I'm going to get a bunch of material and I'm going to brace this charger up in multiple places. I'm going to brace it up. Once I have it braced up, then I will work on getting all the suspension off and then slowly kind of hacking away at actually just the suspension. That's it. Then the game plan is when I get the suspension gone front and back, raise this up as a unit while it's on the frame. Once I get that charger stripped down, back the charger out underneath this one, which I will have raised up, and then I will lower the old charger onto new charger. Of course, there's going to be some cutting and some more cutting and some more cutting, and I'll have to space it with blocks or whatnot so that I can then remove frame rails or whatever else, all the floor pan, whatever needs to be gone at that point will be gone. I can also at that point cut into those rails, which are gonna have to go bye-bye, and then this car will be sitting on top of that car, and I'll be able to figure out at that point more accurately, okay, how am I going to mate the two? What am I going to fab up to mate the two in a way that's going to, be strong? So that's sort of the game plan. Actually, there's really not much more I'm going to strip down on this car before pulling the new one in and start dismantling that. So I don't know. Part of me and part of you are probably going to think the same thing. Why didn't you just strip this down, sandblast it, get it in primer, do this, do that? And I really don't have a good answer for you. I guess that's one route to go. But at this point in time, it would be great to get all my fab work that I'm going to do to mount the car so I can kind of do that all at once. I may, somewhere in the mix of things, decide to brace it up. But as of right now, that's not really needed. Alright guys, back to edit. Alright guys, got the car swapped. That can only mean one thing. Yeah. Little uneasy, not gonna lie. Little uneasy. Way out of my lane. Pretty nice. Yeah. Uh-oh. Started demo. Tell you guys, there's more wiring in one of these doors than a whole entire car, it seems like. Got both doors out, back seats, trunk lid, rear lights, front hood. This guy's gonna just sit here for the weight, strip down as much as I'm gonna do it for now. Starting to slow down a little bit. Once I work a certain amount, my hands start cramping up. So let's see, what is next? What is next? I could take the passenger seat out, and driver's seat for that matter. take all that top front end off. Take this plastic rocker off. And then I might start removing all this back plastic bumper. Then I think it's going to be taking some of the interior out, carpet, roof, the ceiling, whatever you want to call it. And I'm afraid I'm going to have to start ripping into the dash. I don't look forward to that. And I've never messed with airbags. I've unhooked the battery, obviously, for quite a while now. I am told you have to leave those kind of unhooked so they can discharge, or so the battery, I'm not sure the quite the right term, but lose their positive charge so they don't explode on you. That's where we're at, guys. A lot of work. Alright guys, I'm going to call it a day. This is as far as I got in day one. My hands are cramping up. That's typically what happens. So let's see what's next. I think what will be next, we'll come around here, get all this plastic bumper off all the way around. We'll come into the interior and start taking all the bells and whistles of the interior out. I'm not sure about the dash yet, but you know, headliner, seats, carpet, all that kind of stuff. We'll get the headlights out, and I really don't know what else. Maybe this plastic. Then I think we'll go after the windshield and then the window in the back. Get those out. Then I'm going to do a ton of measurements and try to determine what is next. Obviously, I've got a lot more to do prior to mating them together. There's a cross member here. I don't know if it goes or stays. So it's just stuff like that I got to look into. That's it for day one, guys. I am beat. That is a lot of charger. Whole yard full of parts. New charger, old charger. All right, we'll hit it again tomorrow.